Hey everyone, do you think this woman has a boyfriend? Or this woman? Or this? They should, but probably they don't. These resemble gorgeous women with careers, but without boyfriends. I have many such friends, and I'm sure most of you also do. And this is the problem we are trying to solve. Coupling is a dating application where all members have higher education, and I am Hakan, one of the two co-founders. Our target market is single people with higher education degrees or ongoing studies, and in Turkey there are 1.2 million such people, aged 25 to 44. If you include college students, which is a secondary market, this number goes up significantly. When you look at US and UK, online dating accounts for more than a quarter of all the relationships, and this keeps increasing. And global online dating market is $3 billion with 50% mobile usage. What about competition? Yes, there are dating solutions with some names on the screen, some of the incumbents and new applications, but no existing solution emphasizes education. And emphasizing education is what makes coupling different. We want to be globally #1 dating application for educated people. And this is why we are here. We are looking for mentors and investors to help our global expansion. 4 months after launch on Android and iOS for Turkey, we have 6K users, 20K matches, and 750,000 chat messages. Business model is freemium with the paid version coming very soon. We are 3 people. I am experienced in product management and sales. My co-founder and longtime friend is writing code for coupling. And one last word, when you see a lonely and gorgeous woman, just remember that coupling can change her life for the sake of mankind. Thanks for listening.
If she's educated enough, that might be a problem. Yeah, I'll let you start. You've seen this a lot. In YC, there are lots of dating apps, right?
Oh, well, I think my fellow mentors will probably say most of what I want to say. My particular comment is that for particularly progressively minded people, this may rub them the wrong way. And if you know what I mean, we can talk more about it after. But when you opened it, I was like, okay, this is a dating app for women. It's focused on women. But in fact, it's sort of for both sides. And so the focus on women and the way you talked about them, while I don't think there was any malicious intention, may rub some people the wrong way. So I would be careful about that.
You need to talk to him afterwards. He will explain you better what he meant.
I think it's a good value proposition. I'm married and not very much, experienced with the existing dating habits of the.
I think that's where you stop commenting. But I mean, compared to Tinder, this is.
But one of my friends told that I got. I think more and more analytics and some real technology is being used behind. How are you different? I mean, from marketing perspective, from target audience, yes, but what is in it behind the scenes? What will make this tick? Is my biggest question.
Write them down on. Married or not married? Because, we want to keep.
Quick question. How do you know that I'm educated? My picture? Does my picture show that I'm educated? So how do you actually know that you're not falling into the same trap that Ashley Moore was falling into? or whatever that site was. I can't remember the name, but last month, the whole internet was filled with stories of how that big site was fooled by people, who were claiming that they were beautiful women. So how do you know that I'm not that person is one thing. And the second thing is, your presentation was really a little bit sexist. I don't like making comments on presentations, but I would have, if it's a coupling application, it would be good to see other people, other guys as well in that presentation.
And by only, as a business, by only putting female-oriented website, you're killing another market size, which are gays and lesbians. By only doing that, you're actually killing yourself, because that's a more different business, more crowded market internationally, and also in emerging countries as well. The reason why online datings are used more by gays and lesbians are because it's socially not acceptable to date. So they use online platforms much more than heterosexuals. But when you put it this way, you will be grilled not in a good way. You'll be well done in minutes. Be aware of that.
Yeah, so quick comment from my side. I think your presentation basically covered the fundamentals. You mentioned about your vision, market size, growth run rate, and all these things. Maybe one thing that was missing, at least from my side, was what is your team profile? Who's behind that and what's their experience? For an investor, this is something really important. They want to know who's behind in running this kind of activity.
And you can increase the number of slides. You don't have to get to the number of slides.
Yeah.
Finish on time. So I know because there's limited number of slides, you put stuff that should be different slides. You can get that done.
I don't remember anything on the revenue side. I don't know how these businesses operate, seriously, and I don't know how you make money. I'm a little also confused with 6,000 users and 20,000 couplings. Sounds to me like a one-night stand site. Aren't you supposed to get many fewer couplings than the number of?
That's the match, not the actual dating occurring. You can match to a lot more people, so it goes exponentially. The actual relation is very tricky to find.
All we know is that you don't ask 200 questions. We don't know how many questions you ask. We don't know how you do these math.
The algorithm is critical.
I mean, algorithms, everything.
Yeah.
I have friends who got married through sites like this, and they trusted the algorithm.
Yeah, I mean,
You just tell us what you don't do, but you don't tell us what you do.
like, take a look at Search eHarmony Stanford talk. He does a very detailed analysis, like how many math PhDs and statistical PhDs they have in matching and etc. But again, this will never die. There are businesses that will never die. So, good job. Give a hand.